Shout out to this young brother for asking this random question. It wasn't necessarily for me or you, but it is one of those that we do end up having a discussion about at some point on one of these podcasts or one of these shows. Let's get into it.
You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers.
So if you leave the first person because they cheated on you, and then the next person you get would cheat on you, then the next person you get would cheat on you. Now you're currently sitting at 3 bodies and 3 boyfriends. What do you do after that? This isn't like a bashing women video either. It's a genuine question. What do you do? Because you're more than likely not going to stay single the rest of your life. What do you do? Like at some point, do you just have to forgive one of the guys for cheating? Like at some point, you have to just say, okay, they're all going to cheat. Do I just have to forgive one, or do you just eventually keep going and go? Eventually, it becomes your ran through because you just keep dating guys that keep cheating. Eventually, yeah, you might meet somebody who doesn't care, but it becomes harder and harder the more you get touched by dudes. Harder and harder the more dudes you go through. So what do you do? Do you just forgive one guy for cheating and just hope he changes, or do you just keep going from guy to guy to guy to guy because they all cheat? So if you
I think what he's actually asking, and I could be wrong, I think what he's asking is if this is the type of dude that you're attracted to, at some point, do you realize that either I need to change my attitude and my perception of what a good guy looks like, or should I just go ahead and understand that this is who they are, this is what I'm attracted to, and I'm gonna have to accept it, or I'm gonna have to die alone. That's my translation. What I would say, and this was a question for women, but I'm gonna go ahead and answer this. If you keep on getting cheated on, it's not a coincidence. You're dealing with the same type of dude over and over and over again, and it's probably because that's just what you're into. Don't blame the good guy. Don't blame the regular Joe that you look past and walk past every day. That ain't got nothing to do with him. Those are your preferences, right? Your preferences need to change. Your attitude, the way that you see the world, the way that you see human beings, the way that you value men, all that shit got to go. It's not working. 3 times? Shit, 1 time is enough for me. But two and three, yeah, they're not the problem. You are. Because quite frankly, if you knew better, these aren't what you would go for. Everybody wants to be sexually attracted to their person. Of course, and everybody wants to feel that tingling on the inside. But what y'all keep on forgetting is that what you really need isn't always what you want. You need a person who's going to be able to identify with your spirit, with your flaws, with your weaknesses. They're going to be able to take you as a person and amplify it without having to go in there and alter you because you're already constantly under maintenance yourself, trying to be a better version of you. You don't go out here and think that plush toys and expensive things are going to take care of a personality that is mediocre in the eyes of someone else who has been educated in life harshly, or they've had a tribe around them that taught them and showed them the ways of respect, honor, being personable. You know, the list goes on. You get cheated on 3 times, that's on you. You can blame them for their part, but you pick them. You open your legs to them. I don't want to hear nothing else. Nothing else. That's a choice. Hopefully that answers your question. Do you forgive cheating? Forgive, move on. You don't forget. Forgiveness is for you, not them. But another thing that I want to address too, that he mentioned, the damage that happens, the stuff that lingers from the remnants of the last debacle that you got involved in, the betrayals, the crying, the lies that you endured and put up with when you should have ignored the shit or you should have dealt with it and got the fuck out of here. Watching them text other women, catching them in the act, questioning your sanity, questioning all that shit. That builds up everybody that you get. And then when it's all over and done, you understand, like, damn, I should have just stayed the fuck to myself and worked on me before I started trying to deal with other people. Now you have a hard time letting go. You hold on. You take portions of the versions that you liked about them and you take it into future relationships trying to compare them to them. And that shit never worked. Forgive for you, not them. And change your preferences or keep on dealing with the same shit that you've been dealing with.
Merry Christmas, filthy animals.